Hey there, it's old Uncle Ray Dean again, talking about subjects around the world and in Texas. I'll talk a little bit more about drug addiction. First, I want to tell you why I decided to do this, man. In my neighborhood, I was in my yard one day, and this guy was standing outside behind my truck. So I go out and I said, "Hey, dude, why are you standing behind my truck just looking and stuff?" And he told me, he said, "Mr. Radine, see them guys behind the tree? They've been chasing me all day. 14 guys chasing me." He was serious too, man. He was really serious. So I walked across the street where the trees was, walked around the trees and come back, and I said, "Dude, I didn't see nobody." He said, "They're fast. They're real fast." So I tried to tell him, "You need to move around, man, because you just can't sit here into my driveway." He said, "I will when these guys stop chasing me." And so I went back in the house, and about an hour later, I look out. He's still out there, but now he's picked up a kind of a stick or a bat or something out of my yard. And I'm like, okay, it's getting, I don't know what he's going to hit, my truck or what. I don't know what he's going to do. So I go out there again. I said, "Dude, I told you need to move around somewhere." He said, "Them guys are still out there, Mr. Ray. You don't see them, you don't see them." But see, I know he had been smoking ice, crack, fentanyl, whatever. He's smoking something. He swore up and down he wasn't high. And then I finally got him to leave because I said, "You're making me very uncomfortable and you're scaring me. And I'm not going to have nobody scaring me in my own yard." So he geeked on up the road, man, and moved around. I was like, wow, why did he stop in my yard? It was several yards he could have stopped in where people would have dealt with him. And then I noticed my neighbor, he went over there the next day, and my neighbor couldn't get him out of the yard. And he was shooting pellet guns at him, and then he went and got a real gun and shot in the air, and he got him out the yard. And I'm like, wow, I guess somebody was chasing him again. Then I run into this another little female, and she's on the side of the road picking at something. And I watched her, and she was picking, and I thought she was picking up trash or maybe then dropped her purse. So I go up and I said, "Hey, you okay?" She said, "Yeah, I'm still trying to catch these snakes out here in these weeds. It's just snakes all in the weeds." And I said, "Okay." I didn't see any snakes. I looked around, rubbed my feet. She said, "You saw it?" I didn't see any snakes. So I know it's a problem with this ice, crack, fentanyl, whatever, that people are really beginning to geek out because they're not eating well, they're not sleeping well, they're staying up 4 or 5 days. So I said, let me do a YouTube thing. Maybe they'll accidentally look on here and maybe I'll make a little sense to them. I thought that was my intention. So now I want to talk about hallucinations, because they do occur, and I know this because after you've been up a couple of days, your mind and your eyes and body is not together. And in my day, I call it the shadow people because I was seeing them, and I use your view on the side, and I thought I saw it move there. Had shadow rats, shadow people, and they're running around, and I'm high as Cooter Brown, going, "Wow, why is all these people chasing me?" And in a way, I think it was evil spirits just running around, because I watched too many scary movies, and I'm thinking there's some weird stuff happening. But I went through that myself, the hallucination. That's part of the drug. After you've been up 2 or 3 days and constantly using, that's part of the drugs. That's the way it attacks you. And then I had another female, this is just recently, call me on the phone and say, "Can you take me to the hospital because worms are all over me?" I don't know if it's worms or lice. And I'm not high. I'm not high. This is what they say. They're all into me, all under my eyes. And then I saw her the next day. Her eyes were swole, scratches all on her face where she tried to get them worms off of her. And I said, you know how you can solve that? She says, how? Stop smoking. That's too easy of an answer. Because they can't stop. That's why I call it addiction. That's because you love it. I was telling the guy the other day, man, you don't remember that song that Rick James sung, I'm in love with Mary Jane? This dude was in love with it. It was a love affair. And these people are in love with crack. They're in love with ice. They're in love with meth. They're in love with it. It's a love affair. And can't break it off. They can't break it off. And so many people still in relationships that are sour instead of good. They're in a relationship with a woman is either beating a man or cheating on him, and they still together, or the man either beating a woman and he's cheating on her. They still together. The same thing is smoking crack, smoking ice, taking your money, tearing your body up, cheating on you with others, and you're still with him. What's the solution? Leave it alone. Leave it all alone. Find yourself before yourself get lost. It's a possibility you can get lost. And you can keep going and keep going and keep going. You're going to leave this real world. You're going to be in that fantasy world of smoking, using, non-trusting world. I've seen people in there, man. They've been there 30, 40 years. But they got it. They're under control. I'm not an addict. I'm not addicted. I can quit anytime. I've heard all this. I went to school to try to be a drug counselor. I really wanted to go to school to see why the drugs had got me so hard and not neither nor in my brothers and sisters. I wanted to see, and then you get in the class, you learn about neurotransmitters and synapses, little stuff in your brain that snaps, and it made a little sense. I may come out there to be, but I was God has given me these spiritual eyes where I know when somebody's high, I know when somebody's drunk. I know. My heart lets me know and my eyes let me know from your reactions. And in that drug counseling field, they don't care because it's about money. They want to get as many clients as they can and keep them in there and corral them and make them work steps and, keep them in there because they get paid for that. I didn't want to do it for that. I wanted to save their souls, man. So many people, like they say, 1 in 8 get recovery after being in treatment. 1 in 8? It's a hellified statistic, man. So I thought I'd do the YouTube thing, which I don't get that many views. I think I got like 8 or 9 views. But a dope fiend ain't going to go click on YouTube and say, how can I get off this dope? They're going to click on that. If anything, they're going to click on, something that entertains them while they're tripping. So much weird shit out there you can watch. People getting their head cut off, butt naked women, doing dances or doing exercises. And they get millions and millions of likes and views. But here I am trying to let you know that, yeah, you can get clean. Yeah, you can be sober. Yeah, you can stop popping hydros. Yeah, you can. It's not going to be that easy. You might get the shivers and the shakes a few nights, but afterwards you'll get a reward. You'll get your health back. How many drug addicts have I seen that finally got clean and They end up and didn't go to the doctor, and their body started breaking down on the inside. Because guess what? Dope fiends don't go to no doctor because we don't want you to see the dope in our system. I don't care what done hurting them. They're not going to no doctor. So I just thought I'd explain myself on why I do my videos. I call myself helping. Hit like and subscribe. Let me know what you get out of it. I'm going to keep posting, hoping that one night some dope fiend look at it while he's the only best time to catch them. They're out of dope, they're out of money, and no way to get any more. So then they're ready to get clean. Maybe they'll pick up the YouTube and see my channel. Have a good day.